My Reading Notes Diaries, Part 1st. I'm Sanasivaieth Swarna. By profession I'm an educator and a writer. If you like, you may follow me on Facebook and my Insta for more updates. Sanasivaieth Swarna. Today's topic in my Reading Notes Diary is Positive Psychology. What is positive psychology? How it differs from other branches of psychology? What is the difference between growth and basic need in positive psychology? Let's take a look at this subject. What is positive psychology? Positive psychology is the scientific study of human flourishing. So remember the word flourishing. It is something beyond survival to move beyond surviving to flourishing. Survival means it is something related to physiological and safety needs, basic needs like food, shelter, personal security, employment, etc. These are much for a person's survival in a society. But flourishing means it is something beyond survival, that is like self-actualization, which help individual to realize his full potential, that may be through intellectual and creative behaviors. The pursuit of art, literature, science, religious faith, aesthetic experience which help individual to flourish into self-actualization, that is flourishing. Survival is limited to basic need, but flourishing is something growth need. Positive psychology tried to focus on mental assets which help individual to flourish into self-actualization. It encompasses the pursuit of fulfillment and contentment that is believed to be attainable by all individuals. It focuses on character strengthened behaviors. That allow individual to build a life of meaning and purpose. Positive psychology give emphasis to character strengthened behaviors which help individual to build a life of meaning and purpose. So transcending mere survival and attaining a state of flourishing. It is not something mere survival. That is the difference. Transcending mere survival and attaining a state of flourishing, to move beyond surviving to flourishing. Martin Seligman is regarded as the father of positive psychology. Other major proponents are Christopher Peterson and Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. But it is similar to earlier work by humanist psychologists like Abraham Maslow, who coined the phrase positive psychology in the 1950s. How does positive psychology differ from other branches of psychology? Because it emphasizes on discovering and developing mental assets rather than addressing weakness and problems. Other psychology give emphasis on addressing weakness and problems of psychological behavior, but in the case of positive psychology, it tried to discovering and developing mental assets which help the person to flourish into self-actualization. The concept of Maslow's hierarchy of needs was introduced by Abraham Maslow, an American psychologist, in his paper titled A Theory of Human Motivation, published in the Psychological Review Journal in 1943. His theories are similar to many other theories of human developmental psychology, some of which focus on describing human growth stages. These human growth stages or hierarchy of needs is divided into two parts: deficiency needs and growth needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs provide a framework for understanding what drives human behavior. It maps various tribes onto a pyramid, with each level standing for different needs of people. They consist of physical requirement, safety, feeling of love and belonging, esteem and self-actualization. From the bottom, they are physiological need, safety need, social needs, self-esteem needs, and self-actualization. So needs are arranged in a manner that physiological needs are at the bottom and more creative and intellectually oriented self-actualization needs are at the top. And in these physiological needs, safety needs, social needs, and self-esteem needs, they are called as deficiency needs. And the self-actualization, which include cognitive needs, aesthetic needs, self-actualization, and transcendence, they are called as growth needs. And the deficiency needs are related with basic survival. What is essential for our survival? Physiological needs such as food, water, shelter, clothing, sleeps, etc. Now next level it is safety needs such as health, employment, property, need for security and freedom from danger. Now social needs, belongings and love needs such as friendship, family, and self-esteem, confidence, achievement, respect of others, etc. These are called as deficiency needs because they are deficiency motivated. If physiological needs such as food, water are not satisfied, the human body cannot function well. Growth need, that means related to self-actualization, such as aesthetics and cognitive, they are more psychological in nature and are related with realizing one's full potential. They are related with realizing one's full potential and it is the drive to self-actualize. It is different from basic need. Basic needs is just to remove the deprivation. But the growth needs are a drive to self-actualize. And these requirements are met more effectively through intellectual and creative behaviors. Pursuing art, literature, religion, and science, these are growth needs. Or an ambition to become a writer or artist is a growth need. What happens if a person cannot meet their needs? If the physiological needs are not met, it can create physical illness. And if the safety needs are not met, means if a person is living in an insecure place such as a politically disturbed area or war, it can create anxiety, psychological trauma and other disorder. And the needs for love and belonging are not met, that can create loneliness and antisocial behavior. And if the needs for self-esteem is not met, the person may feel worthless, lose self-confidence and it can lead to depression. And the growth needs or self-actualizations are not met, it can create boredom, dreariness and lack of meaning in life. In Maslow's theories, motivation is not just concerned with tension reduction and survival, but also with human growth and development. Maslow's concepts such as growth needs and self-actualization have had a significant impact on positive psychology. It focuses on discovering and developing mental assets that aid in self-actualization. Positive psychology and eudaimonia. The foundation of positive psychology is mostly made up of ideas from the Western philosophical heritage. Aristotelian ideas such as eudaimonia, in English it is translated as happiness, the good life or even flourishing. It is a condition of good spirit. Eudaimonia implies a positive and divine state of being that humanity is able to strive towards and possibly reach. In Greek, it is a literal view that achieving a state of being similar to benevolent deity. We can find such concept in Indian philosophy also. Or being protected and looked after by a benevolent deity. Bhakti, devotion, ananta, bliss, moksha in Indian concept. also promotes such a similar view. Eudaimonia, Greek and Indian Ananda. Eudomania means it's a positive divine state in Greek concept. That is also a core concept of positive psychology, which means happiness or flourishing in English translation. So like eudomania, we can see a concept in Indian philosophy also. Ananda literally means bliss or happiness. In the Hindu Vedas, Upanishad and Bhagavad Gita, Ananda signifies eternal bliss. That is the ultimate aim of human life. There is a concept in positive psychology that is flow. Csikszentmihalyi, a psychologist, he began researching about flow, that is a state of immersion in which one's talents are well matched to the demands at hand. That was in the 1970s. So flow occurs when which one talents are well matched to the demands at hand. And flow is distinguished by intense focus, a loss of self-awareness and a sense of being perfectly challenged. Neither bored nor overwhelmed, but it is a perfectly challenged state and the sensation that time is flying. So what is flow? That is a state of immersion in which one's talents are well matched to the demands. He says that it is an optimal experience. In flow, there is intense focus, a loss of self-awareness, a sense of being perfectly challenged, and the sensation that time is flying. And this flow is intrinsically satisfying. It can also help with the goal achieving, like you can win a game, or skill improvement, that means becoming a better chess player if you have that flow. So flow can be felt by anyone in a variety of contexts including play, creativity and work. But the condition is that flow occurs when the situation challenges meet one's personal abilities. So the challenges of situation, when it meets with one's personal ability, the flow occurs. So psychological flow is a pleasant mental state of being entirely immersed, concentrated and involved in your action at a specific point in time. And it is as well as a gaining delight from being engaged in that activity. It means gaining delight or deriving enjoyment from being engaged in that activity. In the following episode, we will look at the further aspects and subfield of positive psychology as well as explore this fascinating topic. So please keep watching the next videos. Thank you.